Now, one of the trickiest things when you switch to Mouthfill from Frenzel is that you're no longer bringing air up from the lungs. With Frenzel, you're constantly either reverse packing or pushing air up whenever there's not much air left. But with Mouthfill, you take your charge, you do your top-ups, but then before you hit your residual volume, you leave the glottis closed and you just use that air. That air will still be compressed. So the trick of Mouthfill is as that volume of air is compressed, you'll still be able to use it to equalize. And this is where we start to talk about the different locks. So in the beginning, we've already spoke about equalizing with the cheeks. That's when you have plenty of air in your mouth and throat. But as that air is reduced, we'll have to use different methods to equalize with that amount of air. The next method that you will use after your cheeks are a little bit more empty is we will open the jaw, keep the cheeks squeezed in, and then close the jaw to increase the pressure to equalize our ears. So I'll take a full mouthfill, do a couple of equalizations with my cheeks. I'll release some air out of my nose until the point where it's time to switch to jaw, and then I'll show you how to equalize with the jaw. It's important that you always keep the cheeks squeezed in. If you don't keep the cheeks squeezed in, you'll close the jaw, and instead of increasing the pressure in your sinus and equalizing your ears, the pressure will just go into the cheeks. So it would look like this. That would be wrong. And the best way for you to practice this is to do exactly what I just did. Take a big charge, slowly let a very slow trickle of air out the nose, and then when you feel like it's getting more difficult to equalize with the cheeks, you would then open the jaw, keep the cheeks pushed in, and then try just chewing the air. So to demonstrate again, it would look like this. Once you can do that well, we can make it more difficult, again, with the auto vent and the balloon. For this, you'll bring up air, but keep the cheeks squeezed in. Then when you feel like the balloon is a little bit inflated, you'll simply open and close the jaw, keeping the cheeks squeezed in. This will inflate and deflate the balloon. So it should look like this. The important thing to realize when practicing this dry is the point at which it's most comfortable to switch from cheeks to jaw. So I recommend trying with all different volumes of air. Try doing it much sooner than you think you should. Try doing it later than you think you should. And sooner or later you'll feel which volume of air makes it most easy for you to create a good amount of pressure for your ears. Generally speaking, it makes more sense to switch sooner than later.